Okay, I realize I haven't posted in around 2 to 3 weeks now. Maybe a little more than that. Yikes. I mean, it's mostly due to finals and stuff. Finals. Total bummer. But now summer's here, that leaves me with more or less the same amount of free time as before. But anyways, this episode will be covering what I've done after finishing Act 1. Finishing, as in finishing the third read-throughs, refining, all of that. Of course, compared to the final product, this is still just a rough draft. But hey, if I don't have something now, I'll never do. Okay. Essentially, after finishing Act 1, I immediately began working on Act 2. I know, it's kind of dumb. I should have really let the ideas sit for a while, maybe plan forward a bit since I'm adding all these new characters, But still, the urge to just push on triumphed. Well, after a dozen thousand words or so and roughly 3 individual plotlines later, I've slowed down. While Act 1 covers Willard's perspective, Act 2 will follow 3. The 3 brothers, as I would like to call them. Willard, the protagonist, his brother Adrian, and his half-brother Theodore. Now, I picked these 3 because they're brothers, so that gives them an inherent connection. And also because they have completely different circumstances to each other. I kind of got inspired by Ken Follett. Yes. Willard is a soldier. Adrian is a rebel. Theodore is, using the antique terms of describing the social strata, an aristocrat. Willard, Theodore, and several other characters will be covering the 3 major operating forces of the world, that is, corporate, government, and military. Adrian, on the other hand, will be on his own path. Yep, I'm increasing the scales, and increasing the stakes. Right, something else I've done after finishing Act 1 now. Experiments. I've slowly compiled a hefty amount of unused ideas and concepts, and now I want to start, or at least try, something else. I want to dabble in episodic short stories. Essentially, all these stories will be extremely loosely connected to each other, with emphasis on one event, one conflict, and a small cast. The premise would be a soft apocalypse. I was extremely inspired by Luke Humphreys' YouTube animated shorts collections, where he somehow made a post-apocalypse wholesome. I like that. Wholesome is good. The internet, and by extension the modern world, needs more wholesome stuff, and that's where this comes into play. I've titled my short story collection Remedies for Forgetfulness. My goal is to depict the normal life for people who's been through an apocalypse. If there's gonna be a message, it's gonna be a warning. Let's not begin focusing on the beauties and simplicities of life only after disasters or calamities. Yes. Now that that's said, I'm envisioning Remedies for Forgetfulness to be something large, super large, maybe even larger than Dossiers of the Vixie. So, just marking the dates,